เราภาษาก่อนแล้วกันจะแท็กเขาค่อยอังกฤษ Hello สวัสดีครับสวัสดี Master ทุกคนนะครับแล้วก็ต้อนรับด้วยนะฮะสู่ Met Gossip Holic วันนี้กลับมาเจอกับเราใช่2คนอีกเช่นเคยนะหลังจากที่เราทิ้งให้ต้นอยู่คนเดียวมา1สัปดาห์
ใช่ว่าชีหนีไปเที่ยวมา
ไปญี่ปุ่นมา
เห็นรูปอยู่
ใช่นะครับผม
ไป business trip หรือเธอไปทริปปกติ
ก็ทำ2อย่างไงทั้ง business ด้วยแล้วก็เที่ยวด้วยแล้วก็ถอดเสื้อด้วยเป็นคอนเซ็ปต์ของคุณแบงค์นะฮะโอเคแต่ว่าก่อนอื่นเลยนะครับ METSTER Shop ของเราต้องขอบคุณนะครับร่วมสร้างโอกาสเพื่อทุกการเติบโตอย่างแท้จริงตลอด5ปีที่ผ่านมาและต่อไปไม่สิ้นสุด OR นั่นเองนะครับก็ตอนนี้จริงๆแล้วคือเราไลฟ์อยู่แล้วด้วยน้องต้นเพราะว่าเรามีแขกรับเชิญพิเศษ
และตอนนี้เขาก็
อยู่กับเราแล้วด้วย
ขอเสียงต้อนรับ Johnny Stimson
Welcome, Johnny. Welcome to METSTER 7.
I'm so happy to be here. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Of course.
So can you say hi to your fans that listening at METSTER 7?
Yes. What's up, everybody? It's Johnny. I'm back in Thailand. I love it here so much. This is like home away from home. I'm gonna move here after this, maybe.
Oh wow!
You have to.
My wife would be like, "Wait, we're moving where? Where are we going?"
But she wouldn't mind though, because she loves the beach.
She's gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
So you already said that this is your second time, right? In Thailand.
Second trip, but both trips so short. I need to come and stay and be a tourist and just come and eat food for the whole
Maybe
week.
next time just like work 1 week and then like
off
for like another week to just like vacation and stuff.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. But how do you feel about Thailand so far? Because like you've been here like for a few days, right?
Yeah, for a few days, and it's been really warm. Like I'm from Texas, so we call that like in the South in the U.S. And everyone's friendly in Texas, and I feel like people are friendly. Like I've made friends. I feel like people are warm here. The food is amazing. Everything has been very inspiring. I'm working on like next year album, so going to an inspirational place like Bangkok.
Maybe you can. Maybe you shoot your new music video in Thailand.
That's
maybe.
I know, right?
I like the idea. Come on.
All right, so
let's talk about your song.
Let's
music.
talk about Flower.
Okay.
Yes, because actually like you have so many hit songs, right? Like Flowers, Smile, or Butterflies, and a lot of people have been using it for like Reels, TikTok, like all over the world.
And
it's viral.
Thank you. It makes me so happy. It's crazy like we live in this era where people can be teleported from one side of the world to the next on their phone instantly, and I'm so happy to have people here listening to my music. It's crazy for me. It's really cool.
Can you tell us a little bit about Flower though? Like,
sure.
What's that about, and like how did you come up with the idea of writing that song?
Okay, thank you for asking me that question. I am proud of this song, and I like it because it's like a reminder song for me. It's the idea of like when a flower blooms, it's like the most beautiful thing. And then it goes away, like it doesn't last forever. So I wrote the song, I was on tour, and I came home and I saw my wife and my dog for like just 2 days on the weekend, and then I went back out on tour. And I was like, that was a beautiful moment, and then the moment was gone, you know? And
it's so short, right?
It kind of reminds me of like a flower blooming, so I wrote the song while I was out there on the tour, and it kind of reminds me of her, reminds me of home, and it makes me think like, it's important to soak up the beautiful moments.
To like soak up and to really like enjoy the moment when it blooms, right? So when you come home, it's gonna bloom again.
It's gonna feel home again.
But it's every circumstance, like getting to be on this trip and meeting new friends like you. That's a flower right there too. So it's about like taking all the good moments and not taking it for granted.
So basically it's like all people around you that inspire you to like write this song, like Flower.
Totally.
So talking about inspiration, so who inspired you the most to like write all the musics?
Oh wow, I think I'm trying lately, especially with this album. I have a new album this week that's coming out.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And this one, I think I'm really growing in my songwriting, and I hope that maybe I'll come back here, I'll be like 80 years old and still be like, I'm still growing in my songwriting.
Wow.
But I think the inspiration I'm trying to draw from my own life experience and trying to just be a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more honest with my feelings, and I love writing hopeful, happy songs like Smile and Butterflies. We're all going to be butterflies. But I think with this album, I'm trying to just be a little bit more personal, and I'm pretending that it's just the soundtrack of my movie of my life or something like that.
So how long have you been writing though?
I've been writing like ever since I first like looked at the internet of like how to play this song on the guitar.
Yeah.
No way.
I haven't been that interested to learn other songs, just like writing my own songs. So maybe since I was like 13 or 14 years old, something like that.
So you knew back then that you always wanted to be a singer, like when you
No,
were 13?
I had a band and I was like, hey, I'm gonna write the songs, but I had a buddy who was like in the choir. He was like, you sing the songs. That's too scary for me. And then
I used to be in choir too. I love it. Yeah.
I tried out for the choir and I didn't make it. So I was like, I guess I'm not a singer. But over time, it's just like anything.
Yeah.
Like, I practice and I'm getting a little bit better. And I still feel like every year I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with my own voice. So I love, like right now, singing songs is my favorite thing of my life. But I didn't always know that I wanted to sing. I always knew I wanted to write something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like finding a perfect time for you, right?
Yeah.
Finally,
It's
you
like
got
a
it.
matter of time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So talking about instruments, so you basically play guitar, but any other instruments that you play?
I kind of started with the guitar. That was the first thing. But my dad is like a really, really good musician, and he plays the piano very well. Where he can just hear the radio and listen and sit and play it. And I think he's like a superhero. So we sat down when I was in high school, and I love the Beatles, and he showed me like this is how the Beatles music works on the piano, and that opened up like my whole world. And now I play lots of instruments. I play the drums and the bass and the piano and kind of whatever is nearby. I like to play.
Yeah, I was gonna ask like who did you grow up like listening to?
I mean, Beatles was a huge influence, and that's like big for music theory and chords, but also like Michael Jackson, Earth, Wind and Fire. Like I liked like NSYNC. I like JT.
NSYNC, okay.
I love NSYNC too. Yeah.
Why don't you like do some like dance song?
My wife is a dance teacher, and she cannot stop laughing every time I'm on stage dancing. She's just like, "Oh man, you need some training." Man.
You know what? You should do the video with her, right?
Yeah,
because she's a dance teacher, and then you can sing.
She can train you.
Yeah.
That's what I need. That's what I truly need. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Flower.
Okay.
I saw that BTS
Woo!
like, singing this song while he was like live, right? And then he posted the video. Like, how do you feel though?
I thought that was the coolest thing ever because I'm a fan of BTS. I'm a fan of V, especially like his voice is amazing.
Yeah.
And to see him singing my song, it's like someone who's like an international big superstar.
Yeah.
And it was really an honor because I'm proud of that song, and it makes me kind of feel crazy that somebody like that would take the time to hear those words and sing my words. It was kind of a beautiful moment.
It's like one of the coolest things ever.
Oh yeah. And he's actually supported me a couple times like over the years, and I just feel like someday if I meet him I just want to give him a big hug and be like thank you so much, because he really has a huge audience and has taken care to share smaller artists like me on his lives, and I think that's really cool. If I'm ever like a huge superstar, I hope I can do that for somebody else who's working on music too. Seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah. Have you considered like covering his song though? Like,
I think,
Rainy Days.
Oh, that would be awesome.
The new one.
I love his voice. Maybe that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to cover Rainy Days next year tour. If you guys come to the show, I'll try to cover.
I will. If you come back, I will go to your show.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Let's sing one together.
เมสเตอร์เขาบอกไปแล้วนะว่าเขาจะร่วมคอลแลบกันกับคุณต้นนะYou promised already, okay? I'm looking forward to it. You're my best friend, so he's gonna be on stage with you.
Yes, let's go.
That's cool. So apart from BTS, actually there are so many artists that put your song into their playlist as well.
It's
so how
crazy.
do you feel? Yeah.
It feels amazing. It's really kind of a special thing. Not only if it's like, oh, it's just a huge international superstar kind of thing. It's just important to me. I think it's important that there are artists creating stuff and putting things into the world. And for somebody else who's even a little bit more established to share something that I made is a beautiful thing. It really is a special feeling, and it's cool when anyone shares your music. But another musician, that's like those are my people, kind of.
Yeah. And nowadays it's so cool, like social media. You know, it's like borderless.
Like everyone connected.
Everything's so connected.
It's crazy.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to your new album.
Yes, it's coming
Here we
out
go.
like this
Coming
week,
out
right?
Friday. I woke
Johnny's
up today.
World.
Yeah, Johnny's World.
Johnny's World. Can you tell us about this album?
The world of Johnny.
Yes, I'm trying to be a little bit more vulnerable, like I said, and just share little moments from my life. And I'm a happy, joyful guy. And so it starts off with like this song, Best Day Ever, and you're feeling good, but there's a few moments in there. Like there's a song called Empty Apartment. That's about like when my wife and I, we moved. We had a tiny little apartment at first. We moved to a new place, and it was an exciting day, but I was really sad, and I'm a nostalgic, like emotional person, so I tried to share some of the like ups and the downs in this album. But there's one little song that's like my encouragement song. Can I sing you a tiny
a little bit, please.
Okay.
Please.
I want to sing you just a tiny moment of the song, and this is my song that I sing to myself.
What's the name of the song?
It's called You Can Do It. It's like
Do it.
it's if you have a big dream or if you have a big challenge, something going on in your life. This guy from Texas is telling you. It's like this. He goes, "You can do it. You can do it. You can do anything you want if you just put your heart into it. You can do it. If you can dream it, you can be anything you wanna be if you can just believe it." And then there's a whole song after that, but I'll save it for the album. You know?
Very nice,
We
very
stay here.
chill.
Thank
We
you.
stay here until like the end of our shift.
That sounds great.
To you,
If you ever feel down, I'll be like, "You can do it." You know, I'll just
Now
sing
you're
it to
gonna
you.
have like a gig here in Melbourne 7. Yeah.
Totally.
So
Awesome.
apart from You Can Do It, right?
Yeah.
Are there any other songs from your new album that the fan can expect?
Yeah. I've been releasing some of these as singles throughout the year, so some people may have heard a few of them, but the rest of the album and the full project, it's like on a vinyl, so that means it's real. It's coming out on Friday, and there's several new songs on there. There's one that's called Love Feels Like. That's like the final one on the album, and I think it's a good, I hope a good representation of love is like the puppy love, the good feelings, but sometimes it's the tough and the tricky feelings and everything in between. And like that to me is what I'm learning this year in my own life, is like love is about sticking it out and like never giving up. There's another one that just released like 2 days ago. It's called Frank and Nancy, and it's about my grandparents.
Your grandparents, right?
Yeah,
I saw it
and-
on your Instagram.
Yes,
right?
yeah, I posted, I shared about it, and I just feel like I was so blessed to have such good examples of loving people in my life, and I want to do a better job of loving other people in my life. So that's sort of my little ode to their beautiful story
Are
and
they also
everything.
musicians?
What actually? So my grandpa, he's a poet, and
Wow.
so he writes poems. And earlier this year, my grandmother passed away. So that's part of why I thought to write this, and it was because he encouraged me. My grandpa said, "You know, Johnny, I love your happy songs, but he's going through a hard moment, and he said, don't be afraid to write about the hard parts of life too." And so I
Like, don't be afraid
wrote
to
this
show
song
your
for them.
vulnerability.
Yeah, and to really be grateful even in like the low moments of life. Like it's a beautiful thing to be alive. And for me right now, like I'm the You Can Do It song and all that, those feelings, like I am getting to live out my dream. Like I never thought when I was in high school, I'm going to get to travel around the world and go on the radio. Like that's insane. So thank you so much for having me, and I'm going to soak it up like a flower right now. You know?
And I can guarantee you that a lot of fans are looking forward to your new album and can't
Thank
wait
you.
to listen to the whole album. But
Thank you.
before we moving further with our interviews, so
Yeah.
basically we have to cut through the radio first.
Yeah.
Let
So
them listening to flowers.
yes,
Oh,
but
cool.
before that, I want you to like sing some flowers to our
Oh,
yeah.
just a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let me find the key. You're my little flower, blooming in the night, only for an hour. The northern lights, my Casablanca sweetheart, nectar so divine. Baby, you're the best part of my life. There you go.
Amazing. 10 out of 10.
That was Johnny Stimson. you
Yeah.
guys.
And his new version of flowers from
Yeah.
Redmore 7 fans.
Just for you guys, you know
Oh,
it.
thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us today, and
Thanks
I
for
bet
having
a
me.
lot of fans can't wait for Johnny's World,
Yes.
which is going to be released on
this Friday,
week.
November
Alright.
3rd, yeah.
โอเคครับผมเมสเตอร์ตอนนี้นะฮะเดี๋ยวเราไปฟัง Flower กันก่อนนะครับผมแล้วเดี๋ยวใครที่กำลังฟังวิทยุอยู่นะตอนนี้สามารถที่จะมาดูไลฟ์ต่อได้เรายังมีบทสัมภาษณ์ต่ออีกสักเล็กน้อย
Yes.
กับหนุ่มจอห์นนี่ของเราตอนนี้
We'll be back.
ใช่ไปเลยโอเค
Nice, good job on
Alright,
the,
okay.
the DJ.
So now
That
we're
was great.
back.
And then we continue?
We're still on live
Oh, okay.
for all the internet, for all the online fans.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So
So we're like on live on.
yeah, we both have the radio and then
Oh,
have
wow.
the YouTube and
That's
Facebook.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's the modern
confused
world.
still.
Confusing for us as well.
Confusing
You have to
for
like-
us as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
What are we on right now?
Yeah. Where are we? Oh, I see. There was a camera here this whole
Yes.
time. I was just like going like this the whole time. I'm sorry. Hello, everyone.
So let's
Hi.
talk about your visiting Thailand. So
Yeah.
how do you feel about Thailand so far?
Really love it, and I feel like I was telling you before all this. Like, I don't think that I've had enough time to truly experience it, and even just like driving around the city today, it's so vibrant. People were up early. We were up at like 5:30, 5 this morning, and people were up and getting food at different markets.
Surely
And
that's not one of them.
what? It was actually great. Yeah, you were sleeping. No, I really love it here. Everyone's been so friendly and kind, and I feel like there's so much more to discover. So I want to bring my wife back, and maybe we'll keep it a secret and just do like a secret second honeymoon here or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's hot as in Texas.
It's hot in Texas, but it's actually just turning. It does get cool for like a short time in the winter. So she told me it's cold there. So I'm excited. I'm gonna go home and be wearing like shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm gonna need a jacket when I get there.
So what do you like about Thailand so like the most?
Oh
like
my gosh.
Food or
I feel like I think it's easy to say like, oh, the food and the sights and the sounds,
yeah.
but I really personally it's been the people. Like I've gotten to hang out here, and I'm thankful I'm getting to work with this awesome Warner team, and it's kind of a dream for me to get to work like with a record label and everything. But every individual that I've met has turned into a friend, and I am thankful to get to meet new friends around the world. So my first impression is just like people are very gracious and have been very kind. And I also noticed that I'm sweating a lot. Like it is hot outside.
It's very humid.
Well, yeah, it's wild.
It's very. Yeah.
But I like the giant malls. Like we did.
Yeah.
We went to the TikTok creators space
Oh,
yesterday in the
okay.
mall, and I was like, oh, I get it in here. It's like cool. The aircon everywhere, and
everyone is addicted to air conditioning.
Bangkok is all about the malls.
it's
Yeah,
great.
you have to be
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't be
into it. Yeah,
outside.
I like the air conditioner. It's great.
Yeah.
But okay, the last like thing I'll say that I'm noticing around here is I actually like my flowers, and I have a garden and stuff at home, and I'm kind of inspired by the more like tropical plants and everything here. So I'm excited to like when I go home from this trip I'm gonna try to find some exotic looking plants, and it will remind me
Found
of,
in Asia.
yeah, it will remind me of being over here on
yeah.
this trip, you
Plant it
know.
on your-
Yeah, so
your
I'm
home,
liking.
right.
I like that I look outside and there's leaves that are like bigger than I am everywhere. It's amazing. Yeah,
So what about food in Thailand?
food has been good.
Yeah,
The
how
first
many-
day we had pad thai that was like a Michelin star, like
Wow.
really,
Fancy,
really
like-
amazing. Yeah, fancy.
Yeah.
I get pad thai that's like $2 and cheap at home, you know.
Is it the one that you have to like wait for like a very like long
No.
No,
line?
what was it? What was it
Is
called?
It's called Mirai ของเชฟ
Mirai.
Oh.
It was
I thought
amazing.
We have the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
one.
fine.
There's
yeah.
You have to wait and wait.
My
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Cheese Michelin too, right?
I never eat it.
Is it worth it
I never
though?
ate that, yeah.
If it,
It's like a street food. Kind of
Wow.
thing. Yeah, it's not the
But the
luxurious
line is like
style.
super
I love it.
crazy. The
Yeah.
line is like
that's cool
probably
though.
like hours. It takes you like hours.
So
to get
is
in line.
one thing that I've learned is like for Thai food is part of the important part is like how hot the pan gets. So it's like it steams and heats like
Yeah,
super
yeah.
fast or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't know what it is, but it tastes amazing. Everything's cool. We had one
Yeah, pad thai.
like there was like a breakfast. It was like a beef and noodle, and it was in the stew that had been marinating for 60 years. It was like a family
ดู
owned.
เล็กเนื้อตุ๋นอะไรอย่างงี้ป่ะ
It was, but
เนื้อตุ๋นป่ะ
บะหมี่
เนื้อ
อ๋อ
ตุ๋น
บะหมี่
ใช่ป่ะอ๋อ
yeah, it was insane. It was like
That's
so
good, I like
rich and
that.
flavorful, and there was like a huge thunderstorm happening outside. I was like, this is the experience I wanted here. It's so
What
cool.
about like some spicy food? Can you-
I'm not the best at spicy food,
Oh,
but we
yeah.
had a hot pot that was like Thai hot pot last night. So some Thai flavors, and I was sweating a little bit. Like I had a little bit of the spice, you know.
And also mango sticky rice. Have you tried?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have had
That's
last
right.
trip I had mango sticky rice.
Oh,
That's
right.
good. That is. I was like, I've never really had rice for dessert,
Mm-hmm.
and I get it. That's why it's so tasty. And I also have a sweet tooth, so everywhere I go to like 7-Eleven and I buy like local chocolates and candies, and I've just been eating a lot of candies, you know.
Yeah.
So what's next though? Like you go into to Tokyo and,
Yeah.
then, and then where else?
So Tokyo is the last stop. I
wow.
called this like the Johnny's World Pop-Up Tour 2023. It's different. It's not like I don't have the band with me. It's just me, and it's kind of like this. I'm having conversations with a small group of people
Yeah.
and singing them my new songs. And I have had generally like it's been the best trip ever, and I'm excited to go see my wife and see my dog and take care of my plants. But I could keep doing this trip for a long time, and I actually am planning like world tour for next year. And I think I'm gonna do some more of these pop-up shows because it's been such a blessing, like
Yeah.
getting to connect one-on-one with people it's crazy. I felt like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and this is my effort to try to give back. People are listening to my songs, and I want to give them something special. And it's been the opposite. Like I'm doing some of that, but people are giving me so much, like in my heart. Like I'm getting hugs, and people are crying and talking to me about my songs, and it's been the most beautiful time. And this is my friend Grant. I don't know, you can't see him on the
Hi.
camera,
Hello,
but
Grant.
How's it going?
we're just two buddies traveling, just the two
Just
of us
only two of
together,
you,
and
yeah.
he's the best friend you could ask for, and we're writing all these songs while we're on the road. So it's been an amazing trip. It's like Tokyo and then
You're doing
home.
Bangkok though, right? Next year.
What? Oh yeah, oh yeah.
World tour that you
Yeah,
mentioned, right?
and I was thinking maybe if I can work it out, I can never get the planning right, but I want to end in Bangkok, so maybe my wife can fly over for like the last bit of the tour, and then we could stay for an extra week or something, and maybe everyone can send me like a message of like what places I need to take her and
Yeah.
the best beach where I need to go in Phuket, you know?
Yeah. You should find some time to go,
Totally.
Phuket or Chiang Mai.
Yeah,
So can
totally.
you like speak some Thai though?
I can just say Sawati Krab and Kap Kun Krab and
That's very good.
basically nothing else.
ฉันรักคุณ
Shalakun.
Chanakun, that's I love
I
you.
love
Oh,
you.
Shalakun.
So next time you have like
Oh.
a tour here and maybe next year
That's
then you can
exactly
say
what
to
I
all the
needed.
fans.
Shalakun.
They'll go insane if you say Thai. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be like
I did learn how to sing some like lines in Thai yesterday. There were some singers that I met that were helping me, and I was so terrible. I was like, I need to practice this before I come back
it's
next
hard.
time.
It's a hard language.
It is a hard
Yeah.
language. Yeah, you guys speak English better than I do. So
No.
how do you do it? I don't know how
No,
you do
no.
it.
So can you say a little bit like ฉันรักคุณ to like to the fans?
Yeah,
who are watching?
Shalakun. Oh, I really do love you, and I'm thankful to be
With the
back
mini
here.
heart?
Yeah, the many hearts. Shalakun.
Yay.
I love the many heart. Yeah.
Okay, so lastly, do you have anything to say to all the fans? We don't want like our
No.
interview to finish, but we have like running out of time a
It's
little bit. Yeah.
that's the deal. That's
Yeah,
what
so
the
do
radio.
you have any things to say to all the fans?
I will say, I'll say it into the camera, like, you all are allowing me to live out my dreams. I always wanted to go around the world and sing songs for people. So thank you for supporting me and listening to these songs. And I hope that you'll listen to the new album and you might feel encouraged. Or if you're feeling a little bit down, that you'll just know, like, there's a guy who lives in Texas named Johnny who can't wait to come back and see you in Thailand. And I love you. Shalakai?
ฉันรักคุณ
Shalakun!
That was
Almost.
awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Johnny. Thank you for stopping
Thank
by.
you for having
Joining
me.
us.
I had a great
Yeah.
time. Thank
Please
you.
come back next year when you have a gig.
Anytime. You're gonna sing with me.
Okay, I will.
All right.
I will go study all of your album and
Come on, let's go.
we'll do some songs together.
Let's go. That sounds great.
Okay, ขอบคุณมากครับ
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Come back next time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bye. You guys are good at that. That's cool. That's a great.